The Whine and Cheese show is a Metaverse and NFT discussion interview series brought to you by Upland Development United and the host BEN68 and Morecheese. Warning, the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved, contains content not suitable for anyone.
Hello and welcome to Season 1, Episode 7 of the Whine and Cheese and the Metaverses show. I'm BEN68 and today Morecheeese and I spoke to BirdBones, who is one half of the hilarious and extremely talented Nasty Hooks.
We discussed Nasty's different music styles and what motivates Bird. We also talked about the Nasty Hooks making it to the last round of Warsaken. So make sure you get over to Warsaken, give them a vote. Top 9 will be stakeable. And make sure you also join the Nasty's Discord and check out their shows. If you need an invite to any of these two Discords, please DM myself or Ben.
So get ready to be bone-diddled in the discotheque fuck truck by a Bigfoot from the future in another super shitty episode
of the worst show ever.
Whine and Cheese. Time for Whine and Cheese. Whine and Cheese. Time for Whine and Cheese. Cheese. One is a wanker, one's slinging stunts. One's from Australia, one's from the Bronx. Talking about the Metaverse and NFTs, interviewing all the real crypto G's.
G'day sickos, here I am in the backyard with a couple of me mates waiting for their breakfast. Drop the scientific name of your favourite bird in the YouTube comments for another awesome Morecheeese NFT. Make sure it's not something that somebody else has picked. Enjoy the episode.
Oh.
Hello.
Welcome to, what is this? Episode 84?
84, jeez.
Episode 7 of the Whine and Cheese. Last week we had our Left Army in here. I did a pretty kick-ass NFT.
Did indeed. Came up really good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Speaking of that, what was your first thought when I put those notes together for that? Like when I came up with the whole Rocky horror thing,
You're freaking awesome. Like, I don't know where the hell you pulled that out from, but yeah, that you always have great ideas for me to put into action there. So thank you for that.
Yeah, well, I had left was in my brain, and the first thing that comes to mind is all the left-hand satanic stuff. But then I don't know, that might be not too widely accepted. So then I thought, oh, what's else to the left? And I thought, oh, I jumped to the left. I know something that's related to that. And then everything else
I don't even know how you got there, and it was jump to the left because his name is Left.
Step to the left or something, isn't it? Yeah. Jump to the right. Good. Jump to the left, step to the right, one of those.
I had to change the words around a bit because I didn't want anybody coming after me. I didn't want, yeah. But yeah, all right. But enough of those guys. We did enough of those guys. Let's talk about Tales of the Crypto.
Yes, they've been busy.
But yeah, they put out some new stuff. Like their stuff is really, they give you a lot of points, a lot of PP points on Wax Arena. So if you want a lot of PP in your life, go over to the Tales of the Crypto and get your PP points. Well,
I'll have to check mine because I picked up 2 of their latest drop. What was it? They looked like a Cleopatra kind of thing. I think they were all legendaries or all rares or something like that. I grabbed 2 of those.
I actually Go ahead.
I was going to say, did you get one of those?
I got 2. I begged Teddy Pig. I was like, Teddy, give me 50 wax. I'm good for it, man.
Oh, really?
I paid him back, but I was just like, I had to wait for my shell because I still get money from my Shellium, from my Aether, from my AEXP. I have so many wax strips. I just have to wait till they come into play. But let me find out what that is. They're on the top of my list because I think I had the most of them. Bastet.
Yes. And you had to collect 5 or something, was that right? And then you got some extra drop, or I remember reading something about that.
I think they're gonna have it where you combine them or something to create like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
mythic or whatnot.
Yep.
But I don't know if it's the same thing. Before that, they had the Headless Horseman, and then Toth. Toth was another legendary.
Yep. Yeah, I
But
think it's definitely a series you have to collect.
oh yeah, I've combined a few of them. And you know, if you're not in their Discord yet, you should join because they do a lot of giveaways. They're fun. I know that the two guys, Pul, oh my God, what are their names? Pulpish and Buna. They're on Buna's bachelor party right now. So
Oh, cool.
stop distracting me.
Our
Where's
guest is showing off his. Our guest is showing off his pussy in the background.
Squirrel. Tomorrow they're doing Bigfoot drop.
Bigfoot, cool.
Bigfoot drop. And I don't know. It's gonna be worth 300 PP in the Wax Arena.
Yes.
And speaking of Wax Arena, they added something new to the Wax Arena.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I went ahead and got my characters. I went and picked up a few of those, but I haven't gone and got all the accessories and bits and pieces you need to kit them out with yet.
All right. I think I have some extra if you need. I saw what you got because I kind of snoop on your purchases. It's bad. I know I'm so nosy. I've told you what I used to do before I got married, right?
Well, this sounds like going to a dark place. No, what did you used to do before you got married?
All right. So I was very good at going out and doing things on my own. And I would, one of my favorite things was going out to eat dinner. And I would go to a diner and I would find people that looked really interesting and were a little bit loud. And I would just sit right behind them and just listen to their whole conversation. And that would be my, you know, my entertainment for the night while I ate.
Yeah, cool. It's kind of like people watching the extreme version. I thought you were going to tell me you were hacking in or something like that.
My weird addictions. I'm nosy.
Cool.
Wait, what was I looking for, by the way? Oh, Wax Arena.
Wax Arena.
All right, let's see. They have now this new thing called, I'll tell you, Staked. So it has a thing where you could stake now and get a drip.
Oh, cool. I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, I think though, and they lowered the yield, which is bittersweet. I mean, of course you don't want your yield to go down. I went from like 80 to 0.11. So I'm dying to find out what yours is now.
Oh, it'd be 0.00 something. Yeah. It was already in the zeros.
Well, you need to get in on these contests for Tales of the Crypto. But yeah, they tell you the mining speed benefits, like the more you stake, the more PP you get per hour and yada yada. I'm at 219 accumulation. I think I need 300 in order to claim it to my wallet and stake it. I don't know. And then they have like yeah, it's about they haven't gone into the. Oh wait, there's training.
They got a new section. Oh, cool.
Well,
yeah, I'll have to get in. I'll have to get in again today and check it all out. That's probably once a week I get to sit down and have a look at that sort of stuff. So.
Oh wait, I'm gonna share my screen real fast because this looks cool.
Yep. Yeah, Tales of the Crypto, that's about the only Discord channel. There's probably 3 or 4 Discord channels that I haven't muted to add everyone. Okay. What's with all the cats? Let's start training session. You're about to start a training session with this character. I said, is this you're going to learn how to do it, or is this just gamification? Yeah, let's start a new training session. 3 training fights. Cool.
All right, I'm going to accept. I've never done this before.
So I wonder if this is an idle clickery kind of thing, or whether it's something you have to actively be involved in.
Well, it's not letting me do it. Wait, let me see. Do I have to maybe log in again or something?
Maybe it's might be a work in progress situation if it's only just popped up live. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that was, I remember the last time we talked about it, I was a bit bummed that it wasn't very self-explanatory what to do. So it's cool to see that they're starting to flesh that out a
There
bit
it
more.
goes. Something happened. Start training. This will consume one of your available training fights. Accept.
So,
You see it? You see it?
oh, so we got a countdown. Yeah. Well, this is cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Some different functionality and whatnot.
I only bring you the coolest crap.
I ended up
I was
getting
defeated.
wah, wah, wah. Damage received 24. Whoa, no rewards.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, okay, well, that's kind of cool.
So I guess I have to put more attributes or whatever.
Well, it's probably some RNG thing too, you know, like a lot of these NFT projects now, they have built-in redundancies to kind of burn some of their tokens and whatnot.
Should I try another training fight?
Why not? That seemed to be pretty quick. So yeah, it's not really, it's kind of somewhere between an idle thing and an active thing. Like you still got to go in and press all the buttons, but you don't actually see anything.
Well, this is
Unless
just training.
Yeah,
So
but
they're
like
gonna have
there's
like
no,
an actual
all you get's a countdown and then you won or you lost by this center.
victory.
Nice.
So I won exactly what I lost.
Ugh.
No. Wait. No.
How much did it cost for you to lose?
Nothing. I don't think I lost anything. I think I just got
0.25.
damaged.
Okay, cool.
How do I fix my damage?
Well, look, you're hooked now. You're pressing the buttons non-stop.
I got one more fight, and then we could go to Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird and no drizzle because he's too good for us.
You're giving hints away. Here we go. Now you're going to win. 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Victory. Oh, you're on a roll.
Yeah, and it did go up here, so that's pretty cool.
Well, I'm glad there's a limit on how many you can do, because I know what you're like. You'd sit there for the rest of the freaking day
Yes, I would.
training.
Yes, I would. Just like I do with my treasure hunts.
Have you got your Atomic Hub up? Just I want to have a quick look at that other project that I found through the week.
Sure.
So I was doing my usual thing where I scroll through and look for the mint number 68s, and I came across a project that had some pretty cool NFTs called Virtual Dream. Did you pick any of those up yourself? Or you might have to, maybe if you go to my account. I got a whole bunch on my account.
I bet I have more than you.
Oh, you got heaps too. Yeah. I think that Satan's, whatever that is, Satan Saloon, it was one of those ones that first caught my eye. It was a mint number 68, so I kind of backtracked from there and found out that they had a whole bunch of cool stuff. So
And
I've only
each of
just
these-
started.
Each of these
Yeah.
is one
What?
dream per day.
How come you got so many dupes?
Because I bought extra for you. Like, you don't read your messages. I'm like, oh, they did a drop. It's only like one back
Cool.
seat or whatever. If you didn't have any, but I mean,
Honest.
even if I have dupes, like if you click it, well, maybe not this one.
Yeah, the resale rate seems to be pretty good on those as well. So, man, you got like 6 of those.
I get one.
Yeah, it was one of those ones, that Satan Saloon one, or there's one of those other darkish ones that first caught my eye.
They're cool. I like.
They kind of
them.
got a good mix. There's some real dark ones. There's like that teddy bear one. That's weird. And I see you've got one of the tokens there. So that's a cool thing where you had to collect, I think it's 5 different color tokens, and then you had to blend those with another blending token, and then you got a rainbow token. And I'm still looking into it all myself, and I know you've done a bit more work on it, and
I only
gonna-
figured out the staking part, so you could figure
Yeah.
out this part.
I've already
And
done that
tell
part.
me-
I've done all the blending.
Oh,
That was easy. I mean,
you
that's
throw a cheese and bone. I didn't know about the blending about this. I just know to create the token in your wax.io dashboard, and then you have to.
Yes, I did see. Yeah, this is I got stuck in this kind of UI business, and yeah, that's
You got to do it
it's like
in two
all
different
contract
ones.
based.
First, you got to stake it all, and then you have to come here.
Yeah, I did all that. So maybe I sorted it out, and I just wasn't sure because, like I've said a few times, my computer's been a pain in the butt at the moment. So maybe it was sorted out. All right, we'll follow up with that later. But yeah, I thought there's some really cool NFTs in there. That's they're really pumping them out too. So there must be a pretty big art team behind it, or I'm not sure. But yeah. Virtual Dream, check that out. All righty, I think we're ready. The Birdman.
Caw.
I'm here. Am I live? Is it going?
You're in.
What's up?
Welcome
everybody?
aboard.
Dude, that virtual dream looks awesome. That's like a stoner's paradise. You're browsing through Atomic and you're like, like your brain just stops on that for some reason, dude. You're like, oh shit, I gotta look into this one. No, I like
Yeah,
those
it's kind of got that like you know with some of these NFTs they got everything's moving, everything's spinning, and everything's going off. It's kind of not that extreme, but it's kind of it still has that vibe to it.
Yeah,
I know Cheese has been working on that.
Yeah, it's subtle and it's also like what do you call it? It's kind of abstract. You're like go in your own mind of what the hell's going on, which I guess is the virtual dream aspect of it. But what up, y'all? Here we go. Nasty Hooks in the house. Half the Nasty Hooks for the first of the disturbances.
Do you want to speak to that? Because originally we had two of yous booked in.
We had an appearance and a disappearance today. Travis was practicing for the lighting himself on fire thing we were going to do here at the end of the month, and let's just say a Steve-O type situation happened right now. So he's got big globulous nodules hanging off sac-filled, pus-filled sacs just all over his body and skin right now. Way worse than usual. So yeah, Travis will not be able to make it here today. He is out trying to. I think he's going to be doing some bad comedy at a bad comedy club somewhere, man, just like we always do. So yeah, we'll be back though with the full hooks, but for today, you just got the bony one.
So you guys do comedy outside?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. I know you used to. I know that's how you guys met.
How else do you think that we could do like a comedy type thing just into a camera with no real way of knowing if anybody enjoys it? It's like, oh yeah, because we just do that at a bar every Monday and it's nobody there or like 3 people and you're like, all right, dude, I guess we're just doing the thing. Let's go. And so it's just like, yeah, kind of just prepared us for this, and then we could kind of just thrive in it. And Travis has no problem with that. That's always been more of a me thing of like getting used to feeling like nobody is listening when you're doing it, but Travis will just go up there and hammer, man. As y'all can tell, he does not give a shit. So
yeah, it definitely has that vibe. I know, like when we see your live shows and that, it's almost like it's you guys just entertaining yourselves. A large part of it is you guys just cracking yourselves up, and we're kind of on the peripheral. So it's really cool to see that vibe play out between the two of you.
Yeah, when you're hanging out, like, it's one thing that always happens. If you go to, like, an open mic kind of scene and you're hanging out with a lot of these dudes that are funny, just funny people, it's like everyone's just going for the joke. We're all just constantly trying to make each other laugh. And then the best comedy, in my opinion, is when you're making yourself laugh. You're talking about what you think is funny. It's like, I'm not trying to write shit that Ben thinks is funny and then recite it to him, and then, like, I don't care about it personally. It's like, you want to be also enjoying what you're talking about and into it. And then you get the best jokes, I think, in my opinion. But, so yeah, that's a big part of it is just, cracking yourself up to a certain extent. You don't want to be like just doing shit for yourself. I've seen a lot of that at comedy clubs too. I mean, if you guys ever get a chance, this just goes out to everybody out there. If you want to, it's almost like going and watching like a regional pro wrestling circuit type thing, or like regional MMA or something where you're like, it's just going to be kind of sloppy and like a gas station hot dog, but it's kind of fun in the same way. Go to your local open mic and support some of these comics out there that are just going up in the weirdest situation. I mean, it's just the opposite of what your brain thinks you should be doing, and just watch them go and try to be funny there, man. And you'll watch people that are good at it and people that are just awful in the most hilarious of ways. So Yeah, man, go out there and check that out. That's my little PSA for everyone.
There's something comforting in that, though. Like you say gas station hot dogs, our equivalent in Australia would be our petrol station meat pies, you know. And one of the things I missed the most when I lived in Japan for so long was I just wanted that shitty old meat pie, you know. I could go to a place I could go to like an English pub or something in Japan and get a meat pie, but it was kind of the fancy version. I just wanted the dirty old shitty version.
Yeah,
There's
man,
something comforting about that.
Exactly. It's like no matter where you go, like that shitty comfort food there's something to it, man. I'm from the South, so we got the South in America has some of the worst for you types of comfort food. I mean, it's just like parts and pieces of meats, and they're jamming it into whatever with a bunch of fat and grease, and it's delicious.
Lips and assholes, we call it. Lips and assholes.
Yeah. Lips and assholes. Well, that's also in the gas station hot dog. I don't know where lips and assholes aren't at this point, man. You got to really go to like a fancy grocery store to not be getting lips and buttholes in your meats, as far as I know. Anytime you see pulled meat, it's like, I can't prove there's not lips and buttholes in here. I don't know. This is already sketchy.
Where are you guys located? Like, where do you do your live stuff?
We are in Greenville, South Carolina. Occasionally we'll go to like Columbia, Asheville, North Carolina. Been out to Atlanta before, but like usually just around here in this little kind of area, doing our thing. Playing the a bunch of other towns around here I won't even mention. Those are just the main ones that you guys would recognize, I guess, from the area. Like there's been some there's no thing you'll say no to when you're just starting off as a comic. So you end up in like a tiny little town of like weird farmers and racists and strange people that are just trying to watch the NBA finals at the bar. And then you come in and you're like facing their backs, and you're like, all right, guys, here we go. So, you guys ever hear about Bigfoot? My dad believes in albino Bigfoot. Isn't that crazy? And then people are just like turning around like, fuck you, shut up. And you're like, all right, cool, man. So,
it must be brutal, absolutely brutal.
It's not pretty, man, but everybody's done it. That you've seen, all your favorite comics have gone into some of these just complete hellholes, and it's part of the thing. And eventually, you learn to just laugh at it, and it's like, dude, here we go. Like, this is gonna be so hilarious. How bad we're gonna do? Like, we're excited to watch the other guy eat his shit bomb first. And you're like, all right, hell yeah, dude, that was great, dude. You got fucking lit up, dude. And they're like, yeah, well, you have fun now. And you're like, I got this, dude. You just go get nuked as well, and you get to laugh when you get off. It's great.
Must be very character building.
I mean, I don't know. Either that or it just slowly breaks you down like a workhorse. You're just like, you know what, dude? I just show up every week. I don't know why I'm here anymore. It goes down two paths, man. The open mics. If you go start doing comedy, man, you're gonna go down two paths. Well, there's three. There's one, you just get out halfway through and go get a real job and live your life like a reasonable human being. And then there's I made it. And then there's the we don't really want to talk about that too much. There's like the guy who gets out of the open mic and goes and beats up 3 teenagers down the street, and you're like randomly, and you're like, that guy did that, and they're like, yeah, they're just here, man. All the crazy people are also at these open mics, so you got to be careful. So yeah.
So speaking of, like, when I see you guys perform, you don't have any specific like label or style to you, which I like. You kind of go into different things, different styles that you create. Which musicians motivate you, and where do you get your inspirations from?
All right, so it's such an eclectic mix here. Because like, I mean, I'm mostly, as Ben knows, I'm mostly like a late 90s, early 2000s melodic death metal is my favorite thing to listen to, and I put that on all the time. Old In Flames, Dark Tranquility, At the Gates, stuff like that. It's just that's my go-to most of the time. And then my other go-to is like old school gangster rap. I like a lot of Texas-based stuff. Devin the Dude, UGK, DJ Screw, of course. Not so much into the like. I do like like Tribe Called Quest type things and like the northern style, but I really like I like a lot of just ignorant hip hop. There's something about it. It hits the same thing in my brain that like listening to Cannibal Corpse does, where you're like, this is just crazy, but I just love it. It gives me this feeling of like, whatever that is, whatever that charged up feeling is. But like, I love just some real ignorant shit that's just great. Project Pat, old 3-6
Mm.
Mafia, where it's just like, just ridiculous. We gonna fight up in this bitch. We gonna fight up in here. Like, just hell yeah, dude. I don't even know why, but I'm down.
Yeah, it's funny,
But, like-
that sort of music has always been very soothing and calming to me. I know when I was much younger, like 15, 16, and I lived with my mum and stepdad, it used to always drive my stepdad insane. Like I left school and started working full time when I was 15, so I'd go and do a 12-hour shift and come home and flake out on the couch in my room with just, it might be Body Count or Slayer or something, just on full ball, full volume, and just on the couch sound asleep. My stepdad would come in and turn the music off or down, and that'd wake me up, and I'd blow up. Like, what the hell are you doing? You wake me up. He just couldn't get his mind around it. Like, if I want to be really pissed off, I'll put easy listening on the radio. That really fucking shits me to tears, But if I want to just be chillo and mel, yeah, exactly. So.
Put on some Mellencamp, and all of a sudden I'm ready to punch a hole through the wall, dude. I don't know what's going on, man. This is get Cougar out of here. But
yeah, for sure.
But like that, I mean, it gets like into weirder stuff. Like I would get a hold of like my mom's Duran Duran albums back in the day, and listen to a lot of weird shit. Like Rick James, I like a lot of. Like Billy Squire, I got into back in the day these are like younger days. It was just as a kid, a lot of cheeseball 80s rock and stuff like that. My dad was a long hair, teased up hair 80s lead singer back in the day. He would wear like a glittery cape and shit, dude. Yeah, just like the full on go at it. But yeah, man, it goes all over the place. Everything except for like country, I just never really wrapped my head around getting into it.
Cheese and I are both like that too. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like I have those kind of tendencies as well. Like I love like Flock of Seagulls or all of that kind of weird electronic 80s or even old school Madonna. Like I'll put Madonna on every now and then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, there's some banging old school Madonna tracks, dude. Without a doubt. Like just some catchy ass shit where you're like, damn, dude, you got me. Got me, Madonna. You can say it's like I don't know what kind of weird like alchemist made the beats for that and designed whoever produced that was like he knew how to earworm people and just get you. Like you don't have a choice. You're gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, I know when my wife and I were putting our track list together for our wedding, like so the range was just unbelievable. Went from like you say 80s kind of electronic stuff to Cradle of Filth and all sorts of stuff in between. Guests were
your
like,
family's
what the
just
hell's going
looking
on?
around, like grandma's looking around, like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know what to do right now. That's the best.
Yeah, my wedding list was
bust out an
pretty
aggressive
funny
ass
too.
song at a wedding is the shit. What's that, Cheese? Sorry.
My wedding list was pretty funny as well because my husband is from Finland, so he likes a lot of like Finnish metal, and his mom added some listen. I kind of grew up on Spanish music like merengue and bachata and reggaeton and but I still like heavy metal and rock and roll and show tunes. Like I could sing like all of Les Miserables if I had to for a contest. So yeah, I really like the eclectic aspect of your music, and that like it changes up. No song really sounds similar to the other. And a question I had for Drizzle, which is not here, is I really like the way he changes his voice.
I'll answer on behalf of him. Well, yeah, that's actually it's actually a mental disorder that's been diagnosed, and he is being medicated. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Cheese and I were talking about that. Yeah, we were talking about that before you jumped on. Was I mentioned the track you've got, Bone Diddley. Like that's one of the funniest freaking things I've ever heard in my life. It's got a two-minute intro which just cracks me up. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that last line where he goes, well, what are we going to chill? It just gets me. It just fucking cracks me up. Like, yeah. Can you speak to that process? Like, obviously, you guys are shooting the shit or whatever, and you come up with these little seeds, these little nuggets of ideas, and then you flesh it out into something as complex as what Bone Diddley is. Because, like I said, it's got a 2-minute intro, and then there's the full-on song and all of that. There's the music, there's the lyrics. Yeah. Can you speak to that overall process of going from like just having that little nugget of an idea to okay, we've released the track?
Now that is kind of the secret sauce that is the actual sauce of the Nasty Hooks. It's like Travis, as far as the voices goes, that's He's like a guy. You guys know who Jim Norton is, the comedian?
Yep.
Familiar with him? He's got a lot of characters that just come into his mind, and then he's got to do them into the world, and it's just this like part of the way his brain works, and that's kind of how Travis is as well. Not to as extreme as Norton, but he has these characters pop into his head and these like different whatever they have voices and all this stuff, and then he just starts doing them randomly to people and randomly to me all the time. And it's like, you guys have no idea. Like occasionally, half the time, like the shit he's doing, he's just doing that to me while I'm smoking a cigarette outside. Like, all right, dude, enough. You know I fucking hate this guy, bro. Cut it out. You know what I mean? It's like there's constantly that shit going on. So like with Bone Diddley, it's like I could not even tell you how that shit got started. It's like we would get super fucking baked over at my apartment. After, you know what I mean? Like before an open mic or after or just throughout the week. We just come in here and we chill. And we would just start like, I'll put on beats. I've been making beats since I was 16 years old with Sturs Merlin, skipping class and coming over and just making shit on Fruity Loops with my stolen programs. And so I got like all these beats. I just got shit for days and my brain could just pump it out. So like I'll just put something on and then Travis will be sitting there and he'll be thinking stuff and just some weird shit will come out of his brain, whatever random ass thought. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is. And sometimes you're like, Jesus Christ, dude, we can't do that one, bro. No. There's a lot of that going on. But like he'll eventually, we're just mining through it and waiting. And then the thing comes up and we're like, okay, that's tight. That's funny. Whatever it is, that's funny. And it's like, oh, this dude is like a monster in the woods that sucks all the bones out of your butt. And I think it's kind of slightly inspired by, it's definitely slightly inspired by, oh my God. I got a mangina. What's his name? Mighty Boosh. What is it? What the hell's the character, man? I can't believe I can't think of it right now. But the swamp. God damn, dude, that's gonna drive me crazy. You don't. Hang on, dude. 1 second, everybody.
So was that intro like ad libbed or was that scripted?
Oh, Greg, sorry. That intro is okay. So when we're doing those, like anytime you hear like a bit like that, we'll usually just both flip on the mic and we'll just improv that out together as best we can. Cool. And then like if there's something in it that's like we need to add a line or I fudge this word or whatever, we'll go back and add that in. But it's always just let's flip it on and go, because doing it and making it sound natural without doing it like that is really, really difficult. Like we tried to piecemeal it together before. And so anytime you hear those skits, they're usually I like the idea of doing those just from listening to old rap albums, because old rap albums like a Mystical and Big Boy, Outkast and shit, they would have like these little just skits that would happen on there that were almost like, even coming from the Adam Sandler days and shit. Remember the old Adam Sandler albums? Those were always funny as shit to listen to. And it's like, I love the audio skit, the whole concept of it. So we were like, we do comedy anyways. We might as well throw some skits in here as well. And then, sometimes the skit will happen and then we build a song, you know? Just depends. It's a weird-ass workflow, man. I really wish I could describe to people, like, we get in the studio and then he writes a riff. It's like, it's such an amalgam. I mean, we will do one line of something and be like, all right, we'll come back to that. We'll not come back for months. Come back and be like, what is this even about? Like, we don't even remember making this. So we're like, yo, what? This is awesome. And then that one a couple times, we're like, yo, it's hell yeah. But no, yeah, it's a strange process.
They're really catchy. Like, I don't know if it was yesterday or day before that. I'm just singing. I don't even realize I'm singing it, but I'm singing Texas Rest Stop Blowjob. And my husband's like, what are you singing? And I'm like, what was I singing? He was like, something about blowjobs. I'm like, oh my God, I just saw like a Nasty Hook concert. It was in my head.
That is funny. That is probably my single favorite thing.
Yeah.
In line at the bank.
I'll be in line at the bank and saying, you know, God bless this piss, you know. God's been pissing in my bed. God damn it now.
They're like, what the hell is going on with this guy? You're getting escorted out and shit. No, that is probably my single greatest joy from doing all this shit, is the fact that I just kind of like a little bit of chaos and weirdness in the world. It's fun to me. It makes the world more interesting. And just the fact that like somebody's taking a shit and wiping their ass, and they're just like, discotheque, fuck, truck. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, why is this being associated with this moment in people's heads? And just that absurd moment that people are having, that it, like, just casts me energy through the universe, I feel like. That just, like, powers me up, man. It makes me feel great. But that and you said the eclectic styles or whatever, that's kind of... That's because the Nasty Hooks is free to do whatever we want to do. We're not a band that does this genre. If you're another band and you try to switch it up and do something kind of crazy creative and David Bowie that shit, dude, most of the time it's going to blow up in your face, dude. Everyone's going to be pissed and roast you. Yeah. But like Nasty Hooks, there's just no boundaries. We can do whatever we want because it is what it is. It's not necessarily a band. It's not necessarily comedy. we just kind of made this little niche spot here where we can kind of just do whatever we feel like and not really have to be accountable for either of those two things so much.
Do you guys?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what. Sorry, I was just going to say that's what Cheese was referring to, where you're so open-ended, and with a name like the Nasty Hooks, well, that you can go any direction.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Cheese, go ahead.
Do you guys get that you sound a bit like well, not you don't sound like them, but you kind of are as cool as the Flight of the Conchords?
No, I love it. I'll take any Flight of the Conchords comparison. I mean, it's like if you're talking about funny music, then Flight of the Conchords is like right up there. I mean, there's not really that much funny music out there. Like maybe like a Bloodhound Gang is one of my favorites. They usually have some pretty hilarious tunes. Yeah, no, I mean, I take that as a major compliment.
Yeah, I must have rewatched their shows over and over. I know they still do concerts, but as soon as the first day I heard you guys, like, it's very rare that you like every single song you hear. And like every single song, I was like dancing in my seat. And I'm like, wow, these guys have a real Flight of the Conchords vibes, which is really cool. There's another guy who does a bit of songs. But God, he sang this one song called Beals. He goes, my name is Satan, woohoo. Or Beelzebub for some, I don't know.
I don't know. You're talking about Action Bronson?
Let me see.
I'm just kidding. I'm just naming people at this point. Sorry, I was such a dick.
Yeah, I like that there's so many layers. Like you can listen to these songs, 15, 20 times, and there'll always be something new that you pick up on. And like I even know like some of the tracks you've worked on for us where I thought you were saying some lyric, but then you're like, hang on a minute, no, I was saying this. So that's cool.
Well, yeah, a lot of that is like, I mean, we're using different accents a lot. Like each song, we're kind of coming on it just like as different people, like different versions of ourselves almost, but also the same version. So like sometimes it'll be like really Southern drawly or like Southern rappy kind of like vernacular. And I could imagine like being from Australia, you're like, yo, what the hell is this dude even talking about? Like, I mean, honestly, super country people in the South are not that far off from your guys' bogans. Like it's pretty similar. So if you can understand a bogan, you can probably understand a deep South person. But
the thing is, being from New York, I'm pretty much the same as Ben. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You might be worse off than Ben, is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
He might have a better access to the actual accent just because he's closer to this. Because I know the Australian redneck is a rare form of redneck, from what I understand.
Yeah, and the state that I'm from, like my home state, Queensland, that's notorious for being backwards as well as far as the Australian culture goes. So yeah, for sure.
No, hell yeah, man.
Did you find what you're looking for, Cheese?
Stephen Lynch.
Stephen Lynch. I actually do know Stephen Lynch. I don't know if he's around anymore. Is he? That was a minute ago. I remember his specials on Comedy Central Presents in like early 2000s kind of time.
He's got some.
He was the handsome fella playing guitar, right? You look at him and you're like, yo, fuck out of here, dude. Being all handsome and shit, playing acoustic, and you're on stage doing comedy. It's like, yo, dude, just go sit by a campfire and get pussy, dude. Fuck off.
Oh my God.
All right. Sorry, Stephen Lynch is great.
that Satan song is really funny. Like you need to hear it after this, Ben.
Oh. My homework.
He had one about hermaphrodites that I don't think aged too well for him. He might be laying low because of that, actually, now that I think about it, dude. That's funny.
Yeah, he has a lot of good ones. He did one on D&D. Craig. He made a song about Jesus's cooler brother, Craig.
Craig? Didn't Jesus actually have a brother?
I don't know.
Craig Christ.
Craig Christ.
Craig Christ.
That's
Craig
what
Christ,
he says. Dude. I'm fucking Craig Christ.
Oh.
Craig just kicks ass. He's just Christ's like super badass older brother. He's like, I don't do all that stupid cult shit, bro. I just wear this leather jacket. I just wear this camel leather jacket and kick ass.
He turns it into wine. I turn it into Coors Light, cold Coors Light.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the mountains are blue. Check.
Oh man. All right. So this is a hard one I have for you.
Is it math?
What is your favorite nasty song?
My favorite nasty hook.
It's
not that hard. In the future, this is by far
In
I
the
think
future?
my favorite to perform. It's my favorite song. Like I love it. It gets stuck in my head. And I just love the anthem-y vibe of it because I love finishing shows with it. So it probably like that changed probably after we started doing live shows, and I was just like, I just love performing this song. It's the end. We can talk over certain parts. It's got a random part for no reason in it where we're like in a live show inside of a song or something. It's this weird, just meta shit, and then it just goes on for a minute and a half about how many likes and followers we have. It's just the dumbest, most egregious yet also catchy song. I think it captures the whole Nasty X vibe. That's my shit.
And I like that you say that because every song does have like kind of 3 layers in it, sort of like
Usually,
a Zeppelin type thing to take it there. Yeah, I took it there.
That's what I'm going to call it from now on, and not my ADD while making beats, because it's usually like,
It's
oh, this would also be cool.
Oh, this is my, yeah,
Zeppelin-esque.
exactly.
Yeah, that's way
Yeah.
better, dude. I'm going to just start putting that on ads and shit for Nasty X. Zeppelin-esque, some say.
It's Zeppelin-esque. But it actually, that song, I liked it right away because it reminded me, it's not like exactly, it's not anything like, but it reminded me of the Flight of the Conchords songs, The Humans Are Dead.
So Humans Are
Yeah.
Dead. I got to check that one out. I've not deep dove them necessarily. I know of like the TV show probably
It's
more
like,
so.
it's very different from yours, but it has almost that like, I like the vibe of it.
And it's
Like Party Into the World.
Yeah, and it's painfully relevant. You know, there's an aspect of, you know, it's deeper thinking as well. If you want to go there, it can be as simple as you want. And you know, I know Little Shia always appreciates you dropping that at the end because that's her favorite track.
That's her favorite track. Yeah, she told us that in her interview here.
Yeah, she's always paying for that. Lil.
Oh, yeah.
Mighty
Of
Lil.
course. That's usually, that's usually when I ask for the request. She's usually the one put in the future, and I'm like, hell yeah. In the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck yeah, nice.
I don't
nice
know,
pick,
it's like Chuck E. Cheese.
dude. That's also one of my favorite ones, just in general, just because it's like people seem to connect with that shit, and it's like we were just kind of like, yeah, Travis really had that experience. I had just like a bunch of stepdads for a while. Like my parents got divorced, and me and my mom moved to a trailer in South Carolina when I was like 8. And so it was just like she was dating in her 20s, and I was just like, "Oh, hey, dude!" Like just some new dude showed up or whatever. It was like nobody was ever like beating on me or treating me like shit, but like Travis would just get like put in fucking headlocks by his stepdad and be like, "Get out of it, get out of it." It's just like shit like that where you're like, "Dude, what the fuck, man?" And so like we were like, you know what? One thing that comics like to do, and I'm sure if you guys have watched a lot of like dirty comedy, even like dating back to Pryor and Carlin and shit, it's like we like to take shit that's kind of fucked up and make it kind of funny. And just see how funny you can make something that's fucked up. And it's like, yeah, dude, there's a lot of like stepdad abuse going on out there, but it's also like the idea of a dude being so over the toply abusive that he's like in a Chuck E. Cheese being like, you're in the ball pit looking like a bitch. It's just like, okay, now I'm laughing because I'm like, that's just too crazy. Like it's, you take this thing and it's like, it goes dark and then it just goes completely past it into just funny zone. And that's, yeah. That one we just kind of happened to nail, I think, in a way that people were like, dude, I totally relate to that. I'm like, holy shit, man, that's crazy. I didn't expect it to be like that, but I expected to get people to be like, what the fuck? Honestly. A lot of them, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad everybody's getting this right now. Like when we play Kill the Whales in the chords, in the Discord, I didn't even put that out there yet because it's so egregious that it's like, people got to trust us to know that this is just us being stupid. Otherwise, somebody will come in and be like, oh,
Yeah.
why?
Aw.
But for real though, right, guys? Let's kill those whales, everybody. Go out there,
Fuck
grab
those
yourself a boat,
bitches.
grab yourself a gun,
Oh.
ride out to the middle of the ocean, and have yourself some fun.
Yeah, well, I've eaten them. They're delicious. I know, Cheese, you wouldn't have, although you've been to Finland. They get into it there.
They eat bear and reindeer there.
Yeah.
Dude, what's Finland like? Is everybody just mysterious and it's like just snowy wilderness there? I just picture
Creeping
Finland
through
as
the
like
forest?
I just picture Finland as every Nordic video game I've ever played. It's just like the shit
Yeah.
out there, dude. I want to go.
It's
Black metal
beautiful.
video? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
But they really truly do stick to themselves. They do not do small talk, and they're a bit arrogant, but not my in-laws. My in-laws are perfect. Every single
like
one of them are
elves.
perfect.
They're
They're
like
like
elves
elves.
out there.
They're like
Yeah.
the Moomin
All
elves.
the Nordic people are basically the elves of the world.
And they
how
have Santa Claus land there. So
They have
you
what?
mentioned that before. Yeah.
yeah, it's right on the, like they have Santa, like in Lapland there's Arctic Circle line.
Uh-huh.
So you can kind of like jump back and forth, and then right over is Santa Claus World, and it's really good. You
Santa
could
Claus
take a
World?
picture with it. It's so cool. You would love
Is
it.
it dope?
It's
Dude, I want to go to
dope.
Santa Claus World. Shit like that, man. It's like I don't care how hard I get in life. It's like I'm always gonna be like, all right,
And Moomin
some
World.
shit called Santa Claus World. All right, I'll peep it. Let me go see what's up. I'll go
Actually,
check it
Ben,
out.
your wife
Yeah,
might
soft
know
pretzels.
Moomin.
Oh, Moomin, yeah, we definitely know that. That's huge in Japan. Yeah,
Huge in Japan. Because
Yeah.
it's kind of like an anime, but not.
yeah. And isn't there the thing where, you know, the Muppets, how there's the Swedish chef, the worst chicken in the brisket? But isn't, I think in Sweden, don't they call it, it's not the Swedish chef in Sweden, obviously. I think it's called the Finnish chef or something. I think there's some kind of
They
rivalry there.
just shit on somebody else.
Oh,
They're
no,
like,
the
it's the
Finns-
Polish
Yeah.
chef, whatever, dude.
The
Yeah,
Finns
yeah.
don't like Sweden at all.
Yeah,
That's
so I think it
another
might be,
thing I've
I don't know if it's the Norwegian chef or the Finnish chef. Yeah, I think there's some kind of thing there. Yeah. That's
I feel like
fun.
there's a whole like other backstory of like weird bad bloods and shit going on between those Nordic countries, just from like the
Oh, the
clans of the
Vikings
past.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
just like since way back. Like people don't even know why. They're just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck a Finnish guy, dude. And they're like,
I know
I don't
why.
even know
but
why I think that, but
It is just
What's
so
that?
freaking controversial.
okay. Well, yeah, we don't want to poop up
Don't
the
wanna
show
get
with
canceled,
We don't
yeah.
want to
talk.
do. Yeah, we don't want to get
Yeah,
into
don't get
that.
canceled.
We love everybody. Wine and
Oh,
cheesers out
let-
there.
Let's not go that far, but
It's all love. You can just say that. It's very fun. We're
Ben said we will go that far.
being slightly facetious.
Would you ever do when you do your concerts, when you do your
Mhm.
comedy in outside?
Yeah, that's just stand up.
Okay, it's not singing.
No, that is something that I am trying to put together the kind of gear right now.
Would-
And we're going to be starting to do that soon. We have a couple of venues around here that are down to help us out, places that we do comedy at and shit. But yeah, typically right now we just been doing. Me and Travis have been doing stand up for like 4 years.
Would you
Yeah.
ever consider doing acoustic for your live shows in Discord?
Now that's funny you mentioned that. We were considering doing an unplugged that was just really bad one day as a joke, just to be like
us.
Nasty Hooks unplugged, and it's like I don't even know how that would work. Like as far
You
as
would
like
have
I
to
can't
slow
sing and play
everything
guitar.
down.
Well, I can't sing and play guitar. I've never been able to coordinate myself to do that. I can sing a
Mhm.
little bit. I can play guitar. So we're just gonna be Travis, and I'll just sit there and play the thing, and he'll just have to sit there and sing, and it's gonna be the most. I mean, I think it'll be hilarious. Like we've actually
Yeah.
talked about this
Yeah.
and laughed ourselves a couple of times, but we're like, yeah, we just gotta get it to where I gotta learn the songs on an acoustic somewhat. Just
Or
enough
just,
to
like,
get through it, because like I said, we don't have to be good musicians. We just gotta be funny.
Revamp the song, like make it slower if it like I can't
No, I
even-
want to shred, dude. I'm gonna shred. I'm gonna go best stepdad and just over and over again.
like eight
But no, yeah, that's
mil
actually that's
track.
definitely in the books. It's funny you mentioned that. We've been thinking about it. And when we do eventually do our first live show, guys, we will be putting these into the Discord. Like I'm gonna figure out a way to get it, at least just get the camera on my phone going and just project the actual live concerts, because the plan is like Nasty Hooks is awesome through Discord and shit. We can get wild and do lots of crazy stuff, but like we want to eventually be, like I said, I'm not stopping until I'm throwing like Pop-Tarts into the crowd at people for no reason, just crazy
Oh.
shit. Like I want to have a real wild party vibe at some of the Nasty Hook shows that's kind of memorable, like a Guar-esque, in just being like, yo, this is
Oh.
crazy. Like, what am I seeing right now? You know what I mean? Ramstein will just be doing crazy shit on stage. We don't want to, like, you know, I'm not stitching my
Rammstein
face up or anything. But like, no, I love the idea of theatricals. And it's like, as soon as we have the money to do something like that, it's gonna be like costume changes, big stuff. Like Funkotron's gonna be a big ass robot. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
all
yeah.
this kind of stuff we've been thinking about. But it will all start off with us doing grungy, shitty shows in shitty, grimy bars, like all of
Yeah.
us do. And I'll be putting that right to the Discord for you guys to enjoy. Just
And
with the
come to
stand up, it's like
Arizona.
we don't want to. Yeah, with the
Oh.
stand up, it's like we're just working on shit that you never know if we're gonna want to use this one day. So we don't ever live stream that shit. Just because a joke's only really funny the first time. Music's always kind of fun, you know. So it's a little different of a vibe there. But look out for that, guys. That'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be interesting to watch, especially if it doesn't go good and we're just three people there and we're just committing to it. Because at that point, we're going to be performing just for you guys and just talking to the phone. We're like, bring the phone up front. Let's go.
I'm down
So
for that.
stupid, man.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Yeah, dude.
down for that.
So it'll make us feel so good that you guys are always going to be there. It's like we know that our people are fucking still there for us, and even if nobody's in this bar paying attention right now, man, because I can only
Nice.
imagine.
That'd be freaking hot. All right, now we got to talk about Forsaken.
Yeah, okay, let's do
You
it.
Yes,
guys made
the
it to
big
the last
push.
tier. You're at the
Yeah,
end.
dude, I'm
This is it.
pretty surprised, man. So here's what we decided to do back, during round one. We were like, let's get some people together that are part of some smaller collections, or just people that have always been down with us in this kind of little tighter community of smaller projects. And let's try to team up because you got Green Rabbits out there, you got like fucking Promo Art Planet, just big, massive communities that can just pump votes into shit. So we were like, we gotta kind of help each other out here. So we all teamed up and formed this shit called the ICC, the Intergalactic Creators Coalition. I made a little badge for it. And we all started making like ICC NFTs and shit, and then just pumping it up. Go vote for each one of these projects, and you get one of these NFTs. We got Aether Fawcett, Frazzle over there at the Online Inn. He's probably the most powerful dude in this competition, and also the coolest dude helping us out. So big shouts out to Frazzle. And then we got Crypto Chibi, Crypto Pups, Wax Paper Folds. Please go show some love to NFT Story Cards right now. They need some help. Wax Paper Folds could also use some votes, so please go definitely check those two out more than everyone else first right now.
Well,
and
see,
then
I
go
don't
immediately
want
to the
to
Nasty
bring
Hooks.
anybody else hired to take over you guys, because all right, you have your front runners. If you're not in the top 9, I'm gonna write a really nasty letter to Forsaken. That's just
listen,
the way.
that's the thing. That's the thing, man, is there are some projects that have kind of gotten involved with this that are not doing as much. And I'm just going to stay committed because I'm fucking Ned Stark and I get my head chopped off at the first season, right? So that's just kind of how I roll. And they'll probably bite me in the ass one day. But I'm going to say these are the people that I've committed to helping out. Wax Paper Folds and NFT Story Cards have both been very involved and cool. So please go show them some love. And there's 9 slots. So if you voted for everyone in the ICC and everyone that voted for someone else voted for everyone else in the ICC, then we would all win. We would all be good to go. Like the way that they have it structured right now is structured so that everyone in this kind of alliance here can get there. And I think it would be a lot easier for all of us if all the communities came together and did that simultaneous vote. But yeah, that's I'm going out there. I'm pumping out NFTs, dropping shell and shit, just shilling my balls off like a real greasy bastard in there, just showing my ass and letting them all know the deal, dude. You're getting greased up in here. If you guys haven't done it yet, go check out the Nasty Hooks Discord and make sure you get on our grease list. We'll be sending out a bunch of Series 1 and 2 rewards. And man, if this shit gets stakeable, like our collection's not gigantic. It's deflationary with Series 2, so there's going to be less and less of these things. They're going to decrease as time goes on and people make more songs. So it's like, hopefully, I think this Forsaken game is going to be pretty goddamn successful. I don't know if you guys have looked into it, man. I've actually talked to the dudes personally in just a chat. And gamers for like 20 years, been working on this game for 4 years, have a tabletop version before they even started thinking about crypto, like real gamers making this shit, which you don't see a lot in this space. So I'm pretty bullish on that aspect.
I would like to have talked to them. I was in that Frazzle thing.
Hit them up.
But the thing is, like, something happened where I couldn't get into the show. I got into the show when they left, and I put up a bunch of questions. And see, I don't know if is the game up yet, like, because I was able to search around and I actually found a link that I signed up to, a form, and then they sent me an email, and then I did the link on the email, and I got into this card game. And then I was able to get into a line. And first they wanted me to invite somebody to play with, maybe the beta. But I would have liked to ask more questions about that because that looked really cool. And if you have nobody to play with, they kind of put you in a queue. But I guess nobody really knows about it. So like I waited and waited and waited. And I guess they have a time limit. So like after a while I was just kicked out. But yeah, I would have liked to ask more about that. And like, is that going to be kind of the platform they use and whatnot?
Yeah, I don't know about the beta aspect. I actually have not tried that out yet. I know that they have, like, you can go get the first edition Genesis Collector's Edition tabletop set right now for like $500 on their website. So if you're like a big card nerd and you're into that shit, I'm sure somebody might be down to get that. But like, the fact that they already have a full game set and it's out right now, it's like the game's there, right?
That's
So
cool.
the
Yeah.
game is the game's there and working. It's not like they're just in the background. They sold a bunch of packs, now they're building a game. It's like they're gonna sell this shit. I'm sure the game will be coming out pretty soon after that. But like I said, I've been knocking around here for a little while now, and you don't see many people coming in with the game mechanics, that kind of vibe first. Like the dude that's leading it is a game dev, so I was just like, oh, okay, that's like just number off the bat. It's like it doesn't take that much to impress me on that one. It's like, okay, not many people are coming in with game dev experience or even give a shit about making a really fun game. So it's good to see everything's kind of shifting in that direction now, and I'm sure that a lot of these projects are going to start shifting into like, we got to make sure we're doing gameplay first because these are games. You know what I mean? It's fun to click shit, but like, come on.
That's
That's
cool.
true.
That might be a good segue, Cheese, if you wanted to pull up that pack. And because I haven't actually been able to see the opening of the Nasty Hooks pack because my old donkey computer that doesn't like it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Let's do it, dude. Let's do it. Hell yeah.
Donkey.
The donkey computer, dude. You got to. What are you rocking an old ass one or a laptop or what?
Oh, I got an old. Well, it was one of at the time it was a shit hot one. It's a Surface Book Microsoft laptop thing.
Oh, nice.
So,
okay, yeah.
But it's getting a bit old at the moment.
They
But yeah, we haven't really,
man.
yeah, we haven't really talked much about the NFT side of things. Like obviously, leading up to this drop, I know you personally were like going crazy with 50 different things and under the pump to get it all squared away and ready to go.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Oh man, I bit off a lot more than I should have for all this, dude, because I'm the one with the good, the decently beefy computer here, and I'm the one that can edit video now and make Photoshop art now and make these beats and shit, dude. So it was like, I was just like, oh my God, dude, like I'm trying to edit these videos and stuff. And I was like, dude, this is like way harder than I thought it was going to be. My computer was not ready by any means. So I started having a lot of problems. I found a dumpster cat in the middle of all this. He smashes my computer like in the middle of the week of making all this stuff. He smashed one of my monitors. That was fantastic. Should have left him in the dumpster, dude. The little asshole. I saved it from a dumpster, and then I got a $300 bill for it, dude. On top of that, but no, yeah. So there's a little bit of that going on. It was just a crazy ass experience. Like our first NFTs, it was just we're going to shoot some stuff here in front of a green screen, like some dances, and put it over the music, and it's fun and cool to look at. But it was like, then we decided to make music videos, and then my brain just flipped into like, now I'm a director. Like, we need these shots. We got to go here. We got to get this shot. And then it's like, oh, shit, your facial hair is different now. So now we got to wait till either it grows back enough, or then now like we can't do this shot because I have to have no beard for that. So we got to do all the shots with beard first. And dude, we got into like this insane, like Always Sunny in Philadelphia-esque, like facial hair loop where we were like all tangled up. Like, oh, dude, we can't do that shot today, bro. Well, no, I can't do that shot because I still got a fucking mustache, bro. And I'm like standing there in an outfit. I'm in like a adult onesie, and I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? It's like, it's just so bizarre, man. We put so much work into these packs. I really do. I'm just so proud of what we did there. I never thought that I would make a music video. I never thought I could even do this. Like, it's not like, awesome. It's not like you're watching a professional great music video, but I think for like a garage band style music video, I think we did a pretty decent job with it. So
let's get this one unboxed. Jeez, let's get this one unboxed.
Oh,
let's see it.
I thought they looked pretty professional.
Oh yeah, the quality
bad, right,
came
guys?
out amazing. Yeah, it's
Pack
really
art's
really
not
cool.
Too bad.
Came out really good.
Made it look like a pack. You guys should have seen how excited I was, and I was like, dude, this looks like a fucking plastic pack, dude. For real. Look at this, bro. I was so stoked. They were like, all right, settle down, Christian.
You could see the intro.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I wanted to see because I haven't seen it because my computer dies.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love this intro. This intro is freaking amazing.
There you go, little pack. So 10 NFTs. Yeah, it's just such a clever system that you put together with the blending and all that sort of stuff to get the ingredients, and yeah, it's really cool.
No, thank you. We wanted to have a cool pre-mint. We wanted to have the ability for people to pull them randomly, and then oh, here we go.
Yep. Travis.
They're a little troll.
He's shooting out of his mouth, and there's the pack. Oh, what do we got? What do we got?
That'd be crazy if you pulled one.
Oh, we got a nice mix there.
Yeah, you need this one, Ben.
Yeah, Cheese and I just recently we got on a Zoom together and we went through and traded some back and forth that we were missing so we could craft some extra songs. So.
That's
Well,
what we really
cool, yeah.
wanted to do, man. It was a big idea of ours of like, okay, we can get like a trade channel going and make it super easy for like you guys to trade amongst each other. I think as shit pops off a little bit more here with these packs, you'll see some more of that going on. But I wanted more so people trading than people selling them back and forth kind of thing, at least between our folks. Which you guys have been awesome for participating in that. And by the way, that best set day, that is a Eeyore adult size onesie.
Nice.
That I took from my sister. So I don't even know where she got that. I didn't ask. I was just like, all right.
bought a onesie. Like
an Eeyore one for an adult?
Yeah, I get one for myself and my husband because what we do for Christmas is we have a different onesie every year, and we sit by the tree and we open our gifts. And it's
God, this is sounding very kinky, very fetishy going on here, right?
It's nothing kinky. I'll send you a picture, Ben, of us in our onesies. Well,
I'm nervous.
I have
I'm getting
one.
the face.
The last one was Pikachu, and this one is the alien from Lilo and Stitch.
That's a very good pack, that one. Awesome.
Well, yeah, it beats Eeyore, dude. I want one with like armor on it or something like sticking off. Like I need some more pizzazz.
Eeyore's my favorite character, though.
You need a Gwar onesie, bird.
Yeah, Gwar onesie, dude. Yeah, just a big old wiener on it for no reason. Just...
Cool.
Did you guys know that they put that guy, real quick before we go, fun fact of the day, dude, the lead singer of Gwar, when he died, they actually took his suit and they gave it a Viking burial by sending it out into the ocean, lighting on fire. On a
I did see that. That was cool.
Just so everyone knows, they burned the suit, rest in peace, to, I believe it was Gluteus Maximus?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
I did want to ask you too. The name BirdBones, does that go back to the old Power Peralta days, or what's the story there?
BirdBones is I mean, it's just kind of a thing that I always say back when people make fun of me for being skinny. It's like I just have bird bones or hollow bones. I actually can't be hurt from fall damage or anything like that. So I just kind of lean into having hollow bones as to why I don't weigh so much. Like I'm actually jacked. I just have bird bones. There's just a lot of different stupid things that go along with it. So yeah, I just was like, whatever, I'll lean into it, man.
I wasn't sure if it was an old Skaterhead reference or something.
No, not like an old like Tony Hawk kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like what do you call it? What was the name of that? Was it just?
Yeah, it was in with Power Peralta and Bones, and there was the Tony Hawk skull. I was way into that back in the day.
With the Swiss Bones bearings, you mean?
Yeah.
No, dude, that's a way better reference. No, it's just because people make fun of you for being skinny all the time. So I had to come up with something clever as a comeback.
Nice.
You deal with it. You got to deal with what you got to deal with.
Absolutely.
I have one more question, but it's stupid.
Cool. Then I've got a couple after that one.
All right, you do yours first.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of things I wanted to touch on. Like, the Nasty Hooks have worked with the UDU and Whine and Cheese to put these awesome tracks together, and I have broached the topic with Cheese as well that the UDU's kind of gone through a bit of a restructuring, and the original track we have is it's not so relevant anymore. So I think for our 1 year anniversary, we might employ you again for a new updated track.
Let's do it.
Now, I'm famous for, Cheese likes the original, but I'm famous for, even with Cheese, with the NFTs, like I'll just put out some shitty reference to something and I just expect she's going to know what I'm talking about. And it was the same with the UDU track and the Whine and Cheese theme. Like I give you guys these little nuggets. Like I say, give me a King Diamond, War of the Worlds, 80s metal reference, What's the process there? Like some knucklehead like me just comes along and says, make me something with these shitty ingredients I've given you,
Well, I'm like, dude, I mean, have you heard our music? It's a lot of shitty ingredients made into something nice, bro. That's kind of what we do, dude. We can just mix it up. It's like, all right, like I enjoy making all kinds of music. Like that's really fun for me. And just being like, all right, how can I make something that kind of sounds like this blended with this kind of thing is like almost like a game for me. Like, oh, let's mesh these two things up. Because if you notice in a lot of Nasty Hooks tracks, it goes kind of like it'll flip on its head sometimes where I'll just take the beat and I'll be like, I want to change it from this whole vibe to bam, now we're doing this style of music almost mid-song sometimes and shit. Like with like Wind Inside or something like that, where you just do like, you know, total heel turns on it. But yeah, dude, like when you get something like that, it helps me in general because I'm like, I kind of know what you guys want because our range of what we can potentially make is so vast that I'm like, dude, you guys might really be like, yo, what is this, dog? You know what I mean?
And that kind of happened with the feedback we got with the early Whine and Cheese track, where people are saying, "Well, this sounds like '80s hair porn." And Cheese was freaking out.
I'm like, dude, no wonder I've been horny while I was making this the entire time, dude. How did this happen? This is crazy, dude. I was wondering, guys. I thought something was going wrong. I thought I was eating the right things or something. But no, man, that's yeah, we don't need too much to kind of go in a weird direction with it. So as long as you're down to have whatever the result is, be whatever it is, and then work with us from there, it's like, yeah, dude, I love a little bit of input. Too much can be bad.
Yeah. But yeah, Cheese wasn't really on board with the whole idea. Yeah. Until I think I said to Cheese, yeah, but imagine like if we get 5-6 years down the track and we've got a whole album worth of stuff. You know, it's the
Udu
collection. The UU best of, you know.
Oh yeah, you can have like the soundtrack, the Udu soundtrack. Yeah, you know? There you go.
I like the one thing you said, Ben, when you said like an anniversary song. Like every year anniversary, we have like a new song, but we keep the old song too.
Yeah, we
could also throw like you can mix them in every once in a while and just be like, you know what, feeling the other theme song today. I had that with one of my old podcasts. It was like, you know what, let's do this one. You just like on a lark, you know what I mean? Whatever. But
I still sing the Udu theme song. I still sing the Whine and Cheese theme song. I think that's how you know, like, you have real talent when you can get people just freaking singing your stuff everywhere they go.
Well, you know what's good? It's like if I'm then all day the next day in my head, like riding on dingo, flying through the sky, so I'm like, dude, that's hot because I mean. If y'all think other people are getting earwormed, like my brain is a non-stop orchestra of multiple weird things happening all at one time. It's just always some tune going on, and I don't even realize I'm singing it till
That's good.
Yeah, till I'm doing it out loud at the bank as well. They're like, you're gonna hit me with a knife? What is going on here? How does that even what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben makes me mad sometimes. If it's not too bad, it's the hairbrush. If it's bad, it's the knife.
And occasionally the face. That's the new one that's evolved.
The face is
like you did it before. Yeah, you screw your face up and give me the evil eye.
Oh.
Throwing the evil eye around. Don't do that.
Did you want to wrap your last question up? I've got another thing to touch on if you want me to squeeze that in.
Yeah, go ahead. Mine is quick. It's stupid. You probably won't even be able to answer it.
Now I'm going to give you a dissertation.
I just wanted to touch back on, you mentioned before that you've been knocking around with Sturz Merlin since you were kids, basically. And that's kind of how I first ever heard about the Nasty Hooks, was this time last year when the Halloween event was put together to, you know, make a little video and submit it. And there was that whole tour thing, which, you know, I put a submission in, and Sturz's one was epic. Like, you know, the production value was just, it made everything else just look like full on amateurish, which it was. But yeah, I couldn't believe like, and that's a classic case of that song was stuck in my head for days and weeks. And yeah, I remember I reached out to Sturz and like, yo, what the fuck's this shit, man? And then that's when he mentioned like the Nasty Hooks, and I kind of started going down the rabbit hole from there. Is that when you first got involved in Upland, or were you already involved, or how did that all evolve?
Yeah, basically Sterling was just it's like, I don't know if you guys have people like IRL or shit, like friends you've tried to get into something like Upland that aren't really into any of this stuff in general.
Oh yeah.
And that was kind of where I was at the time, and Sterling would just keep hammering us about it. He's like, oh, I guess you guys don't like money. He would just say shit like that just to be like a dick and just like really just hammer. Oh no, sure, dude, cool, go play whatever fucking you're playing, dude. I'll just be over here having fun, whatever. He's just like, dude, he would always just bring it up, and finally one day I was like, all right, dude, whatever, I'll get in here, check it out. And then like I had the FSA thing going, and that was before they kind of put a lot of restrictions on it. So I was like able to like going and buying shit, listing it up, and I was like, oh man, I was really started getting that kind of that little flip itch kind of going over, and I was like, yeah, I like this. So it was really easy for me to get super into it at that time before they put those restrictions on. And I think Travis got into it a little bit after me. Then I was also doing the same thing to Travis, like, oh, I guess you don't like money, bro.
That's like that whole
dude.
The people knock on your door and say, "Would you like to save children?" You know,
yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't slam the door.
No, yeah. I mean, not right now, I guess.
Yeah,
but yeah. So yeah, then eventually started messing around in there, and then the competitions were going. Sterling's was really pushing to help us out and win a couple of those, and then yeah, dude, started messing around in there and kind of been playing all the little drops and stuff ever since. Did like a mass sell-off here recently, dude. I've been trying to get these bills going, baby boy. Like we were so close to getting this pack, hopefully off the damn shelves. If we get this Forsaken Alliance going right now, I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, I hate to even be about that, but it's like how much work I put into this and how much this takes out of me personally. Yeah. Having a job, like I worked at Amazon full time for a lot of this stuff, man, for a lot of this whole NFT shit. And I was like on my wit's end, dude. And yeah, I was like, maybe this will be the thing, get us just kind of going month to month or whatever on the NFTs. And we're still like almost there, but like, dude, Upland's been the biggest boon as far as that has gone, of like really helping me supplement my income a little bit. And the past moves that I had made to set myself up to be able to take some money out whenever I needed to was like, that shit was great, dude. So like, bad props to Sterling and all you guys in the Upland crew. Like that, it's legit. It's one of the most legit ones out there, dude. I didn't put really anything into it. Like I just played the game, and I was rewarded for it. So yeah, dude, it's kind of fucking wild. Like yeah, the Upland's just been killing it for me here these past couple months. Series 2 brought to you by Upland.
By Upland,
in a lot of ways, dude. Yeah, in a lot of ways, dude. Like seriously, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of at that crossroads myself, where like. Last night was a prime example. Like normally Cheese and I get together and have a chat before I head off to work, and then I grind through work, and when I finish I usually check in just before she's going to sleep, sort of thing. And yesterday I was just wrecked. I'm thinking, man, I'm going to get out of this job. It's just, juggling too many balls, and it's just soul destroying and all the rest of it.
The soul destroying is one aspect of it. Like that's just, I mean, because dude, I'm like a real artist at heart, man. Like I would give everything all my art away for free. Like Sterling has really helped me figure out, like, dude, you got to like put some value on your shit, dude, because like it's worth it or whatever. And I've just always been. It's not Travis. I'm not speaking for Travis here. Travis is like, fuck you, pay me for my shit, dude. But for me, I'm just like, dude, take it. Like I don't deserve it. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for just saying you liked it or whatever, man. But I mean,
similar to that.
Yeah, Cheese and I went through the exact same thing. We're like, no, you got to put a value on it. You got to put a value on it. Stop doing it for free.
Yeah. And so, yeah, man. And I don't, whatever. I like the way I am about shit. I just care about like, I want to make money doing my shit. That's my ultimate goal forever. It's like I don't even want to be rich. I just want to be able to pay bills with it. Yeah. But it's like, dude, when you're working in that job, and dude, I don't have any like real job experience, bro. Like I was working restaurants. I did restaurants for like 10 years, bro. Like eventually got to where I was the baker, and that was a sweet gig at the time. And then I was delivering packages for Amazon. I did construction, just all manual labor jobs. Donkey work is what I like to call it. Is what we all call it there. It's just work that a donkey could do, but you're just stuck there doing it or whatever. It's like, all right, I guess I'm just hoofing this from this place to the next. But like that feeling when you're in that space and you're like, dude, I just want to make shit. Like, it's just, yeah, dude, it blows your fucking whole world apart. So eventually you hit that point where, you're just like, dude, I don't know. I saved up a bunch of money, and I was like, I'm taking a limb. I'm taking a bet on myself right now, and I'm just going to go fucking work this nasty shit and put as much effort as possible into it. And every time that I like want to give up and I think that I'm just like a failure or whatever, it's like, there's always some shit pushing us forward here. There's always something going along the way. So I just know we're on the right track. And I know that, I can sell shit to people. Like I'm actually giving you guys a thing you can interact with. I gave you guys music videos for you guys to give me some money for it. It's like, I'm not just asking for shit. I'm not just giving you a YouTube video. It's like, I'm putting this effort and I'm giving fans something that they can actually do something with. Like when you got stickers in your old albums back in the day and shit, it's like fucking cool. So that's my favorite thing about it. That's enough.
And that donkey work, it's always going to be there.
I'll keep going.
Yeah. So that's cool that you're willing to take a risk and see how it pans out, because you can always go back, but you don't want to be 10 years down the track and think, man, I wish I had given it a shot. So That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm that or die, dude. I'm doing this comedy and fucking live Nasty Hook shows soon. Like, I'm a no net kind of dude at this point. At this point in my life, like every time I give myself the net, I'll take it. So I'm like, no net, dude. Let's go. I'm putting in work. So yeah, I'm in that phase of life right now, dude. About to kill it. We'll see what happens. Check back in 5 years when I'm just under a bridge. San Antonio.
No way. I see big things for you guys. Like, seriously, you're way too talented to go in that direction.
I think just everybody that's in this space right now has a lot of opportunity just kind of in front of us. We're all kind of ahead of a curve here. I feel like this is a pretty small space, dude. I don't know anybody else in IRL that fucks with any of this shit. So, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you truly think it's kind of, how could it not be? It's yeah.
And it's kind of the way of the world at the moment. You know, we've seen like nobody watches network TV anymore. It's all about online content and that. And you've got such a massive catalog of content already that you can play with, flesh out, you know, tweak and, you know, extend on. So it's pretty cool.
I want a Nasty Hooks t-shirt. What the hell?
Yeah,
dude,
come on.
We're working on that, guys. I promise you, as soon as we can get the I don't know, we have to figure out how to do it. It's like, do I have to buy like 500 t-shirts or like a bunch of t-shirts and have them on deck?
Go to Redbubble for now.
Send me some information and I will make it. I promise you. Yeah.
All right.
Sound like a deal?
And I'll even like help you with the images if you want, like just to
sure.
I need to get out there.
I need to get like an oil painting made of me mounting Travis to ride him into battle. And
I told you I would do
really
that
want that
for
to
you.
be
You need to send me some pictures.
I gotta figure out how to get that, like how to somehow make like an interpretation there for you to make your thing with, because like I'm just for some reason, dude, I'm like I might pay for this if Nasty is successful. I promise you guys, I will get a painting made, an oil painting that you can get your own print of me mounted Travis, who's like a bear going into battle, dude, and I'm wielding, you know, a big dildo or a plunger.
Lower your mic for a second. Lower it. A little more, if you can. All right. Take your headphones off.
Gosh, what's happening?
And just look straight into the camera.
Oh, she wants a shot.
Stop talking.
She wants a shot.
I need Bird to say something. Bird, say something.
What?
He couldn't hear you because he had his headphones off.
I don't have my headphones on. I can't hear you. You have me take my headphones off and then you finish the instructions. What was that?
Do it again, but stop talking, Ben. All right, wait. Got it.
Charles
Thank
Manson
you
impression
so
halfway through there. That was my best Manson at court.
That's perfect.
I'm sure it'll be something funny or just ridiculous looking out of yeah.
Well, you kind of mentioned one time jokels in your comedy show.
Local jokels.
Local jokels, and I thought that was hilarious. And I make a NFT of the interviews we do here. Ben had a good idea, but for this, maybe the second time we have you guys on. But for this one, I wanted to kind of put you like on the floor in a overalls with a banjo, with a stupid look on your face like you gave me right now, and then like towards the front, like you'll be on the left, towards the front on the right, really close. So it'll be kind of like Drizzle with his hand in his head in his hand, kind of looking at the screen, giving a nice sweet look like you're playing him a beautiful song.
That is disturbing on so many levels. I gotta see that happen. I gotta see that come into existence.
I'll make it.
That's straight out. That's like right before something bad happens in Deliverance. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I said to Cheese. Yeah. You need like you need an old cracked neon sign in the background on the shed that says Nasty Hooks or something.
Put a pinball machine in the background.
Yeah,
but you guys are gonna be in like the backwoods, like you're gonna be on the floor in the grass and shit. And
picnic basket.
No, they can't afford that. They're jokels.
Oh, the old
boy. Hey, we're jokels. We're like Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn.
Let me
Is that
send
what
you
that
this.
means? Is that what a jokel is?
It's like
I
a
need to look this up.
redneck with a
I don't even know
banjo
what
in
a
my
redneck is.
idea. Well, a yokel. What
Is it
are
With the
you?
old handkerchief on the stick sort of vibe.
Yeah, an uneducated and unsophisticated person from the countryside.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, the local yokel's a fucking insult. Hey, what the fuck, dude? Screw you. What? I'm just realizing this now? I've been
Look at
getting
this.
introduced as a local yokel for years.
Look at the screenshot I sent you.
Wait, where's that at? Oh, I see.
Yeah, this
Discord.
one.
Oh,
Let me send this to Ben.
I just farted and I kind of excited that somebody heard it slightly, but it caught me off guard too.
Nice.
Cool yokels.
That's cool.
That's great. Oh my god.
My last question. So all right, so this is Driz, don't be scared of me. This is a shtick between you and I, the whole eyebrow thing. It's a whole shtick. I kind of like, it's my way of getting into the show, you know, kind of like role playing and getting into it. And sometimes I think he enjoys it. Sometimes I think it scares him. But he does have really nice eyebrows.
There's some pretty sweet ones.
They're pretty sweet eyebrows. Like, do you know? Because he can't answer this.
I was
Do
about to
you
say this
know-
better turn into a question, and you didn't just shoehorn in an eyebrow comment as a question potentially.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So, do you know if they are naturally coiffed eyebrows, or does he put some maintenance work into this?
I don't think Travis does anything other than most of us guys do, which is the occasional unibrow swipe with your ball trimmers. You just hit that real quick, right? And then I think he just basically does the same thing. I think it's just God's gift. I think he's just got God-given sweet brows. If he put work in, I would never let him hear the end of it, and I would also tell everyone all the time.
I'm
But
sure
how much
he
time did you
has, like,
spend
a
working on your
secret-
eyebrows today, Travis, dude? What?
I think he has a secret eyebrow, like special oil
He might have a kit.
maintenance
Somewhere.
kit. Yeah.
He's got like a kit. Yeah, he's got a kit from Dollar Shave Club or something that I bet he keeps
Yeah.
in his back pocket and doesn't tell anybody, dude. I don't trust him anymore, as a matter of fact. Now that you mention that, I'm going to start looking around.
You shouldn't trust.
You greasing your brows, dude? You greasing brows, dude? You trying to make me look bad over here, dude? You're over here gel on your eyebrow. What if you had like LA looks? It's just like, yeah, but killing the night.
He just covers in spray.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's got no brows and he's painting them on or something. Yeah, it could go real deep. We'll have to dive into this for part 2. We'll do the
Yeah,
deep
dude,
dive.
he's a Puerto Rican from the Bronx as well. He's just painting on the eyebrows every day, painting them on different ones, depending on his mood, depending if he's feeling good that day. He's gonna paint them on like this.
Or it could be a toupee. It could be eyebrow toupees.
The spray on
It
hair
just kind
ones.
of glues on.
I don't know what it is, but I will say that I just keep like, dude, Travis, she really wants your eyebrows, bro. She's messaging me all the time about it, dude. I'm just trying to get him to shave them off one day. That's just my goal. I'm just gonna keep manipulating this scenario until I could get him to just shave them off Pink Floyd style, the wall.
I think you're just jealous. I think you do that because maybe you then will have a better set of eyebrows.
What if I came on next week with just 2 fucking big ass eyebrows just taped onto my shit? Like, so what's up, guy? Never mention it throughout the whole show. One's hanging off like a
I
Jimmy
think
Fallon
you should
sketch
do
on
that.
SNL. Yeah.
Do that. That'd be
Sweet
fun.
revenge. Wow, we're getting heavy at the end. That's hilarious.
Do you have anything to finish up with, Ben? If not, we could just have Bird sign us out.
Yeah, no, I think we covered a lot of stuff, and yeah, it'll be good to get together again with Travis and dive into some more stuff. Like we only briefly touched on the NFT side of things. It'd be cool to do a deeper dive into that and whatnot. So
just
yeah,
deep dive Travis as a person. You should just really start
there you
asking
go.
him all kinds of questions and get down. Let's get to the nitty gritty. I want to know more too, man. Maybe if we
Kind of
frame
a-
it as an interview.
a wine and cheese intervention or something.
Yeah, dude. But oh yeah, real quick, guys. If you're around tonight, we're doing it's a different show tonight. Travis out of town, so I'm just coming in. I'm still bringing some content to you guys, but it's my other best friend Mikey. We used to do a prank call podcast for years called "Do You Have Time for Some Bullshit?" where we just call hotels late at night. other random businesses, and it's not like typical prank calls where we're just being mean or anything like that. It's like just weird conversations that Mike has some type of he'll just like close his eyes and just be talking to people sometimes, bro. He'll be asking the most insanely absurd, weird questions that they're not sure if he's serious or not. It's the most unique prank call show I think ever. We do it straight up live, so you can watch when they're bad and people call us children or whatever it is. It's really fun. So if you want to come check that out tonight at 10 on the Nasty Yuck server, it'll be a fun little change up, and yeah, good time. And then yeah, if you guys ever want to watch Nasty Yucks live in Discord, come check out our Discord and also some other places. Udo, we got to come through here at some point as well. I know y'all got it all set up, but
channel. I told Stirs whenever. He has full
don't tell
control
Stirs.
of
You
it.
can't tell Stirs anything right now. Stirs is like swamp, dude.
This
Stirs
was
is saving
months
a project.
ago.
Stirs is saving the shell. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's like he's in a workshop right now
Well, good, because I
figuring
want
out
to
the
make some
shell
money
problem.
again. I mean, I'm still making some money, but I want to make more.
No, yeah. Well, he's working on that, man. Seriously, there's a real big brain over there, kind of helping out. So I'm hoping that'll turn around for everybody as well. But yeah.
But you guys have
just hit me
access
up,
to
hit
it
me up.
too. So
What's
if
that?
you go to our Discord, you'll see like Nasty Hooks and Nasty chat. And
Yeah, but this would be more of a thing like for you guys. It's not, you know, I mean, it's an Udo thing. So we'll just come do a show for y'all as like a fam thing, and then
Maybe we got to work
pick a good
together
day for you
to.
guys.
Yeah, we got to book it in, and then it's kind
So
of build it, and they will
everybody
come.
in the Udo can come check it out if they're willing to. Give them some heads up and stuff, and then figure out what day works best or something. I don't know. Usually we just bust in on a Friday night, but we could change it up if need be. I'm usually watching
I
MMA on
want
Saturdays.
people
That's my
like-
day.
I want people like Lil is already in Udo, but like Larry and
Gotta be careful with some folks from the
yeah.
Nasty Hooks. I will say. Seriously, just say it, man. Y'all be
Well,
careful, dude. You guys,
Cheese runs a pretty tight ship at the Udo server, so there's not many cracks to slip through.
I'm
Well, you know what I
technical.
mean, dude. You just there's just a lot of damn crazy people floating around in there, man. Like, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
it. That's what I want to our space to be like. Is all the weirdos welcome? That's our thing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, dude, there's just some fucking wild people out there, dog. Like I said, I had LFA chilling with us in the Forsaken server, and he's like, "I smell like dirty dog shit" as the phrase drop, and I was like, "Oh no, dog." They were like,
get
"You can't
kicked
say
out.
that. You can't say that." Yeah. I was like, "Dude,
I have
stop."
a lot of Nasty Hook
Love it, man.
cards. I need them to be they're already worth
Yeah, dude.
something for me because I like you guys. I'm a collector, but I want you guys to
Yeah.
reap the benefits you deserve. So
I want everybody to get some bennies, dude. Let's all do that. Then we can all just be like doing baller shit in the Nasty Hooks Discord. We can just all start dropping fucking whatever that currency is. We're just gonna start dropping that amongst each other all the time in there now. Just dropping
name
loot,
of your
I
new
guess it's called.
song when you get in there. When you get into
It's called
Forsaken
Loot.
Buller
Now-
shit.
You know how easy it's gonna be to make a song about loot.
Loot?
Get some loot, motherfucker. Get some loot. I mean, it's like that's where it'll start.
Yeah, we'll drop all the links in the YouTube description, and everybody can follow up on that.
Yeah, really
One
appreciate
more-
that. Vote Jay
One
and
more
Rizlan.
question. What games are you playing?
Right now, I am actually playing Dead Cells. That is my current little. I'm pretty busy at this moment right now, just with all the shit, trying to go out and chill and whatnot. But every little bit, throughout the day, I'll give myself a little 15, 30-minute game break just to let my brain do its thing. And Dead Cells is Castlevania-esque roguelite. Basically, you keep unlocking new parts of the map, whatever as you get new power-ups. And if you die, permadeath, you got to start it over, but you get certain boons that you've gained over that run carry over. Unlock a ton of new weapons and shit. I'm like, Castlevania Symphony of the Night is probably one of my favorite games. It's probably my favorite game of all time. I played it more than any other game. So anything that's kind of like that, Bloodstained and shit, I get really into. But yeah, I'm on Dead Cells right now, and I'm also playing a little bit of Dirt 5 every now and then. I'll just get a race in.
I hate.
Don't know
racing
why.
games.
Just fun. I don't like them either,
My
really. But
husband
dude,
plays
something
it.
about it. Something about it. Every once in a while, I'll get like a kick where I want to just go drive a car around.
But this game looks really freaking cool. Dead Cells. It's
Dead
on
Cells is dope.
Steam and it's overwhelmingly positive.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
might
sick.
have so many games. I'm playing that New World from Amazon, and then I'm
Yeah.
playing the Far
Everybody's
Cry
on that shit.
6. I still have my saved Fallout 4 that I have to finish for the 4th time or 5th
Yeah.
time.
If you want, you go to Xbox Game Pass right now. You can get like a deal on the premium thing for $1 for the whole month, and you can get
I
Dead
do.
Cells
I'm
free.
on Xbox game.
Dead Cells on there, then you can play it. Yeah, so you don't even got to buy
Oh,
that shit. At least,
really?
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
Yeah, a little freebie.
Yeah, because that's how I play my Humankind. It's free on there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of games on there. A lot of them are pretty whack though. There's just a lot of like weird shit games on there too. You're like, all right, y'all are just putting stuff in here now. Just
Well,
stick it. The old Final Fantasies. It's like, all right, that's cool, but it's like a bad port. It's just the original Morrowind, but it's just the original Morrowind without like even like updates and shit. You're like, yo, what is what? But yeah, I always been gaming out. RuneScape, y'all. That's where it's at. That's my favorite game of all time. I've played that. Besides Castlevania, I've been playing RuneScape for like 15 years, just since I was a
believe
kid.
it.
Nostalgia all day.
Yeah, I hear you. I played the Max Payne's over like a year ago. I kind of have an anniversary to play those because that was pretty much my first game on a computer coming into it, where I got really excited for it. So I try to
Max
have an
Payne.
anniversary of those.
Those were dope back in the day.
Yeah,
I haven't played on
really.
my computers and shit, but like PlayStation, isn't that like a PlayStation game?
I had Parasite
That's-
Eve on PlayStation, and
Yeah.
yeah, I had all of them. I had, because I was working at a young age. I was like um in a bad part of the Bronx, so I was able to do you like this youth work at the age of 12 for the summer youth. And
Summer youth. That's what they call child labor in the
yeah,
Bronx. Like, hey,
yeah.
it's summer youth,
No, but
guys.
I was
Well,
so
12-year-olds can
appreciative.
work for a month. It's just a thing we do. Don't
The
worry
whole
about it.
summer. The whole
That's
summer.
crazy.
And you know what my job was? So if you're early, you could work in a nice nursing home and make beds and do paint old people's nails, which was sounded awesome to me, but I was late. So I had to clean up the projects in Castle Hill with the NYCHA, New York City
Sounds
Housing
like fun.
Authority. My supervisor, who taught us all to play spades, that's the first time I learned how to play spades. He just got out of jail and he's doing his community service. That was his community service, was supervising us. But he was mad cool. And day one, I do not lie, their first thing to kind of tutor us was, this is how you throw away hypodermic needles. You pick them up, scrape them against the floor, and then throw them in the trash bag. Every single one of us was like, hell no. So they were like, all right, fine, we'll do that. You just do everything else. Like, they were trying to get us to do as much work
What's going
as
on
we
here? This is
possibly
crazy.
could.
This is insane. This keeps escalating. It's like, what? What?
Oh,
All
it's
right,
even
fine.
better.
We'll pick up the needles, the heroin
Yeah, like,
needles,
we'll
guys.
pick up
You
the
kids
needles,
just
fine,
get
you
trash or
big
whatever.
babies.
That's insane. That's hilarious, dude. That's
People would
fucking
throw
wild.
like appliances out their window, and this one really petite Asian girl, poor thing, really nice, got hit in the head with like a microwave. So she was out like I think this was even like the first week. So she was out. And after
What?
that, they were like, just like, oh, stay away from windows, or if you go up to the building, like, just make sure you're looking
Dude.
up in the air.
Let's just stick these kids. We'll put them in the projects. We'll have them pick up hypodermic needles. You guys think this is a good idea? Everybody thinks this is great? All right, cool. We're going to run with that. That's wild, man. The housing association sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, everything is an experience, and my best friend's mom lived there, so I was able to go up and get like a free sandwich every so often when we had the time to eat. And one day out of the week, they would put us in this school where we would learn how to make resumes and whatnot.
Really?
Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
Well, here, before we go, I'll give you one last story here for me, just about my childhood. You just made me think about that. I was like, while you were doing that, I was in a totally different scenario here, just complete opposite. I did grow up in a trailer, whatever, whatever. That was all a separate thing. But every once in a while, my grandfather, who was a marine biology teacher, he would just basically, nobody gets any money when he dies. This is his whole thing, and he's going to take everyone on vacation. and just to do different cool shit. And so I was like 12, and I got my scuba license or whatever to go down to Ben's neck of the woods and hit up Cairns and go to the Great Barrier Reef and do some scuba diving while doing a bunch of other weird dumb shit in Australia. And right out in this boat, I had spent like 6 months getting my license. I was super stoked. I did not know that I got super seasick until being out in this boat in like these 6-foot swells trying to get out to the actual reef. And by the time I had gotten out there, I had barfed so many times in this boat, just puking my brains out and shit. And I went to go down and get under there. Like, you know, when you throw up, your sinuses are all messed up and shit, and like your nose starts running and stuff, and it's just crazy. Well, I go and I'm like, all right, whatever. We get suited up, and I get in there, man. And Australians are brutal as hell, dude. I know Ben knows. They'll take the piss right out of you, right? Like, nobody had an ounce of didn't feel shit for me at this moment. So I get in the water, and I'm like, you go under, and you got to try and purge your pressure in your ears, right? So I'm like trying to hold my nose and blow out my nose, whatever, and it pops your ears as you go down deeper. You kind of have to do it. And because I had thrown up so much, and because my nose and my sinuses were so messed up, I was just like shooting snot and boogers all out into my dive mask. And then eventually I was like, yo, I can't go under here. I looked at the Great Barrier Reef like this for like a second, and I was just so sick, and I was like, whatever. And I went and I got back on the boat, and I was so defeated, man. And I couldn't have felt worse in the moment, dude. And I took my fucking mask off, and I looked over at the guy who would be like, where do I put this? And the dude just stood there and laughed in my face, like for like a minute and a half. He's like, go look in the mirror. And I'm like, what? He's like, go in the bathroom. I ain't look in the mirror. And I'm like, what? And I go in the mirror, and I'm just like, dude, like a booger bukkake all over my face, just covered, dude, in green snot and boogers. And it was so fucking embarrassing, and I just sit there and wash myself off. Nobody even came in to check on me. Nobody gave a shit. And my grandparents were still in the Great Barrier Reef enjoying themselves while I was just sitting there in the bathroom.
You know that guy tells that story to this day, for sure.
He loved it. He loved it, dude, for sure. I mean, that guy... It honestly hurt me more that he was so genuinely happy to see my face. Like, it really made his day, dude, and that just got me. Like, oh, man. Yeah, that was my little Australia experience for you guys.
Booger Bird.
Booger Bukkake is your new nickname.
Oh, God.
Oh, I can't
We're
even.
We're going to get Hefe to name himself that in the chat.
Oh, my God. That would be so freaking awesome.
There you go.
Maybe
guys.
if I
Well, it would have been awesome, yeah, if I could have seen it. If I could have been in the Great Barrier Reef and enjoyed it, that would have been sweet. All I did was just get tossed around on a boat ride and made fun of.
It's a long way to go to be made fun of.
Yeah, we went to we did the Outback thing, like a little trip with a dude that looked like, you know, Crocodile Dundee or whatever, drove us around in a Land Rover. It was one of the coolest experiences ever, dude. Australia is the shit, and the people are my kind of people because y'all are funny. Australia's a funny place. But yeah, so that was my little Australia tale.
Booger Bukkake.
I think we might end on that, eh? I think that's a perfect way to end this one.
Let's end on Booger Bukkake, everybody. And you're taken down off of YouTube. No, I'm kidding. I really appreciate you guys, man. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for jumping in. It's been great to get to know you a bit better, and yeah, we look forward to speaking to you again with your other main man, and yeah, for sure. I appreciate all the stuff you do.
The next show, I will mount him and ride him into the next battle for sure. But yeah, guys, seriously appreciate it. We'll be back sometime soon. Yeah, we'll chop it up again, man. Love y'all. Voodoo for life.
Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Evil empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get off the drive. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Evil empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife. Flying through the sky, evil empire, samurai, riding on a dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get off the drive. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Evil empire, samurai, riding on a dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky.